Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Steel Division 2 new DLC, Men of Steel. Oh, I'm so excited! Yes! And we're going to start right off with a bang. We're going to start with 715th Infanterie, the one I suspect will be the strongest out of this new DLC, at least from the access side of things. So if you guys enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out the Patreon down below to support the channel. Here we go, let's dive in. Alrighty, folks. So this is going to be both a deck build, you know, how I would build the deck. I'm going to build it with you here, and a division review. So I did kind of go over it, but I didn't get to actually really check out the units myself. So let's get right into this thing. Nothing crazy here, normal activation points. Let's name this bad boy correctly, because what I'm going to do is hop into a game right after this with this bad boy. We're going to build it on balanced, of course, because I do think, if I remember correctly, this division can definitely be played balanced. And if it can, you know Attack Power will. All right, Recon tab here, garbage, fine if we need it. SPW 204F is not great, but it is okay. Like, it does have functionality, especially if you're playing against like half-track heavy divisions or something like that. Going into the quick play, it's not my first choice, especially with some of these other options I'm seeing here. AS 4220 mil, this thing is phenomenal. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you don't take this, I think you're doing it wrong. So we're going to take it one vet so I can have 3 of them and actually spread that out. I think that's actually higher availability than you see in the Italian division. So that's super fun. Love that already. Aufklär, Panzer 2, these are phenomenal. I mean, it's an autocannon tank. Yes, please. Vet curve sucks. If that went down to 4, I would have taken it, but I'll keep the 5, especially because we have no more after this point. Decima Esploratori. Oh, yes, new traits, by the way. Commando. Commando units gain not only the Raider trait, but also the Shock trait, as well as taking less suppression during combat. So, Commando, insanely good. Basically means your infantry unit is insane. Your Shock is units taking less damage at lower than 130 meter range, I believe is the number. And Raider is just like it was before. These guys aren't affected by being behind the front line and have higher stealth. So yes, problem here though, a little bit of phase locking. So I mean, definitely a B phase card without a doubt. I don't love not having Recon in A phase, I'm not gonna lie. I'd love to take both of these, but I don't know if we're gonna need that many. I mean, this is like an actual infantry squad though. Like, this is just a full-on infantry squad. Let's do this and actually not have I mean, it's only 10 minutes, and we do have like recon vehicles, which are not as good. Like, I'm not pretending like these are. I mean, this is very high optics though, so it's actually in terms of actually seeing stuff, this thing sees things just fine. So let's leave it like that and see how that does us. We could take it out if we need to though. Infantry, the highlight of the division, of course. All right, here we go. Grenadier 15W, wave 15 of recruitment here. So they're like old, out of shape guys. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, they look... Yeah, that guy, definitely, he's got glasses. That guy just doesn't look very healthy. Okay, cool. 20 points. It's a Grenadier squad with Disheartened. So basically, a Grenadier squad. Wait, well, with the higher availability. So that's nice. Not a unit I want to use if I can avoid it. Definitely just kind of like a garbage unit, but that's okay. Those are good. Pioneer Fear, we're probably going to want that. We're going to want leaders in A. Decima. There we are again. Wow, what an availability curve. 1827. Really? Well, we, of course, take one. We can only take one in B phase, but we definitely will. And you know what? Let's take one in C phase. Infinity CQC. We'll see if there's better options, but we'll just put those in there for now. Decima Arditi. So same thing, but this one has a better AT. Technically, it has 2 machine guns, but if you actually look at the stats, the MG42 is essentially equivalent. That's so funny. But the difference is the Berettas are automatic rifles, which means when these guys fight in the woods, which is where I would use them, they're going to actually be able to utilize that. So technically, the Decima Arditi is better, is the stronger unit. And since it has a higher availability in C phase, we're going to take that one in C phase instead. So we'll come back. If we want more of these, you get 4. You get 3 freaking cards. 4 if you count this one. Wow, that's a lot of Berettas. Oh, good lordy. Useless leader. Grenadier. Already have one in A. Luftwaffejäger. Oh, what is this? Spicy meatball. Fanatical. That's nice. 4 submachine guns, 10 rifles, an MG34, and an AT grenade. 15 men, A or B. No vet. Let's put him for A for now. We'll move him later if we don't want him there. Pioneer 15W. So just basically a 25-point chunky Pioneer squad. Not even really chunky. Yeah, I mean, this is great. The question, I think we have to put him in A because we don't get the Decima in A, so we need some CQC. So this is a nice 8 card. 8 unit on a card is actually quite high for a Pioneer, so that's not bad at all. Panzergrenadier, don't need him. Don't want him. Then we have Panzergren 41s and Panzerbusch. So this Panzerbusch is terrible. It's like legitimately awful. So I would not rate this unit very high. Like this unit is better than this one. So I want more of these, which means I'm going to want this guy to be B and C. So let's unvet that one and C. And then this one will be A. Like that is what we're looking at. How many units do we have in this? 95. 95 is honestly plenty. We have 12, 20 infantry in A. Yeah, that's a good number. With them costing this, that's an okay number. B phase, yeah, that's enough, I guess. And then the double card in C is quite a lot of infantry. Should last us, of course, for quite a long time. In my play style, I'll probably run out of infantry in B phase, I would bet you. Or A phase. I'll probably run out of infantry in A phase. And then, like, strain my B phase. Because I just call in a lot of infantry. But that looks pretty good. Then we have another 2-point slot if I want it there, for sure. Tank tab. This looks great. Only available in A phase. We're going to vet it once, because I don't think... I mean, maybe I could go unvetted. But the Veteran C is just like... It really does make things perform better. So let's take that in B. I mean, in A phase. Stug 3 in B. I like it. So we got our medium tanks. This one can only come in A, so I'm not going to take that. Only 2 is not great. Tiger E, we're going to take the Tiger E Fear because it's the same availability. It's exactly the same thing except you get a leader trait on it. So obviously we're going to take that. And then we're going to go B phase card of Tiger. Let's leave this empty for now. I could take a C phase card of Tigers and have lots and lots of Tigers, but I highly doubt I'll need that number of Tigers. But if there's 3 extra points lying around, I'm happy to take that. Okay, a lot of options here. Phenomenal support tab at first glance to get the Boguard. I'm not going to take it, but definitely could be a fun unit at some point. Crappy machine gun. Oh, no, it's not a crappy machine gun. This is a phenomenal machine gun. This is MG34 for 20 freaking points. Oh, wow. No, that's great. Okay, definitely on a maybe list. IG-18. Which one of these is better? The 65 mil or the IG-18? The IG-18 has higher penetration, better damage on the heat shell as well. Now let's look at this. 12, 22. Wait, oh, does this come in? Oops. Wait, did I put that in there? Whoops, I did. This comes in Force Veteran C and B. I want it in A. Like, that's when I would probably call this unit in. So I'm going to put it there. Well, I'm not going to put anything in there yet. MG42. So, I mean, MG42 is great. IG-18. Hello. Sturmpanzer 4. Yes. All right. We want a Commandant. Let's get that in there first. IG-18. Both of these are not phase locked. So let's go... because of the bad availability, let's go IG-18 in A phase, nothing fancy transport-wise. Let's go Sturmpanzer in B phase. That gives me 6 across A and B instead of giving me 7 with 1 in A and 6 in B is how it would work out. So this ends up being about equal. And the Sturmpanzer is probably a little bit more flexible since it is a mobile. You know, it is more mobile, of course, than the IG-18. Okay, I like it. I like it. Now, where do we go from here? I mean, I need ammo. So which one of these is faster? Exactly the same, except this one is faster. So we take this one. And then we have 2 more 2-point slots. I don't really want to push into 3-point slots. So, I mean, I really think I take the 20-point MG34. I mean, these are really good. And do I take an assault gun or more MG42s? Probably the assault gun. Let's go with the assault gun. These can be super useful in the right situations. I love it. This is a absolutely phenomenal sport tab. Continuing on, oh, and this looks beautiful too. Oh my god, it's all so great. Panzerschreck, yes. Cannon? Oh no. Phase lock to B. I don't want these in B. Like, these are no longer very useful in B. I mean, they're always useful, but not anywhere near as useful in B as they are in A. So pass on that. Mortar 3, phenomenal. I would take this in A because of my lack of tanks. Could one vet this, so it's a little bit more effective. Pack 38, yes, all day, every moment of my life. Pack 40. Yes, and then the Elephant. You know, let's do our first 3-point slot. Toss it into B phase so we get 2 of them. Don't need to go overboard. It's 1v1, guys. These are too expensive for 1v1, generally speaking, but it is nice to have it in your back pocket for an emergency, like IS-2s or King Tigers or something. Well, not much choice here. Flak 20 mils are horrendous. SDKFZ is A phase lock, so we're going to take it in A phase. And Flak 36 can go anywhere, so we're going to put it in B phase. We're not going to vet it. I mean, this is honestly fine. I mean, 5th SS has the same sort of thing, except it's Flak 43s, which are way better, but it's still the same sort of like baseline build. So this is fine. This is plenty of AA. As long as you move your SDKFZ, it should be perfectly fine. Beobachter, don't care. Batterie Fear with the new artillery leader trait. Let's really quick look at this. Artillery leaders units decrease the dispersion of friendly artillery within the area of their effect, except for mortars and MLRS. Okay, good. They also grant radio to nearby artillery. So any unit that doesn't have artillery radio, does it count mortars or not? Just artillery units. Okay, so any artillery with no radio will have radio with this, and they will, I think it's 15 or 10% more effective, like 10% smaller circle. So, you know, like big the circle is, it will be 10% smaller. That is really powerful. Now, I always take battery fit. Wow, it's 50 points now, though. Oh, just realized that they upped it 10 points. Oof. You mean you still take it? I mean, this could be phenomenally powerful. All right, what do we got here? 81 mm mortar. Cool. Obicha. Ooh, okay. The 75 mil out of like 4th Alpine and stuff. All right, that's fun. What are you? Obicha 100 mil. Okay. All right. Comes with some heat shells because why not? Yeah, all right. Okay, only 10 points more. You only lose 1 round a minute. It's a pretty big increase in damage, to be honest with you. Like, that's like 1.5 points more damage. That's a fair bit more damage, so... Oh, wait, no, but the HE sells 4 rounds a minute. Oh, I just noticed that. Oh, no, that's not very good. No, that's not very good at all, actually. I was tricked by the heat shell. So, no, I would not take this one. Incorrect code. If you're going to take a light artillery piece here, it would be this. They only come in B, unfortunately. 120 mil, no way, not with these options. Russian, 122 mil. I'm not actually a huge fan of these. In the Russian divisions where you need a medium artillery piece, this guy is fine. But in these divisions, I feel like there's better options. Sorry, need that drink. Okay, 149. Italian, 149. All right. I mean, if you vet it, it does get 1 extra round a minute, so that's not terrible, I guess, but it's not phenomenal either. STKZ 135. Oh, this is interesting. Is this in 21st Panzer? Is that where this is? I feel like this unit's in 21st Panzer. I mean, it's essentially a higher availability Hummel. And that's what it is. It's a higher available. It's got a lot of ammo, though. I mean, with this availability, this is actually really good. So I would definitely consider this. And then finally, the 220 mil mortar. I feel like I have to take this just on merit of it being big and fun. Yeah? I think you all agree with me. Yep, let's do it. And then we're going to take this thing in B. Wow, this fires 5 rounds a minute? This is better than a Hummel by a good bit. What am I talking about? I wish a single vet would get it up to 6 rounds a minute, but it does not. So let's just go that, B phase. And I would love to take the Obiches in A, but that you can't. So I might just take the mortars. And vet it once. I never take 4. I've never bring in 4 mortars ever in my life. So I might as well just vet them. Yeah, I think that's right. That feels good. That feels good. I didn't actually put it in the deck. Whoop. I might take this out if I want more Air Force. All right, let's see what we got here. Ju-88, Recon. Actually, this thing is pretty loaded up. Goes relatively fast. Very good resilience. Okay. All right, I see you. Okay, I'm going to put this on a maybe, because it does come in with 4 of them. Okay, this might be an okay strafing unit. Ju-88 without the... Okay, so I'm paying... Oh, this is a fighter. What the heck am I talking about? I thought this was a recon. No, this is terrible. This is absolutely awful. Don't use this. I mean, maybe use it if you want to strafe the ground, but it actually is not strong. I thought it was a recon with this much stuff on, and I was like, all right, let's do it. But no, it's not. This is a recon. Same exact stats with no guns, basically. So I'm not a fan of expensive air recon like this. Cheap stuff, yes. Expensive stuff, 60 points is a lot. I mean, that's a lot. BF-109 G6, meh, whatever. Spavietto, but with a 12 kilogram cluster HE. Okay. Cluster HE, I actually think is okay. It is good against units in buildings. I think it like wipes them out. But if they're not, then this is such a weird looking plane. Like, look how weird this looks. It's just a funny looking plane. But anyways, I mean, it's okay fast. It does have very good resilience. A heavy bomber, so it shouldn't dive or anything. Let's keep this in the back pocket for a little bit. Focke-Wulf, bad resilience, unfortunately, so don't love that. Okay speed. This will die. I mean, it's a cool looking plane though. Like that's a cool looking skin. Big fan of that skin. I wish all the Focke-Wulfs could look like that. That's cool. Focke-Wulf 190 A6, not A8, but it does have a great loadout. bad resilience, but we do need a fighter, and I would take this any day over a BF-109 G6. So let's take that as our fighter. We do want a fighter because my AA is not phenomenal. I mean, I don't have a lot of it. It's fine, but it's not phenomenal. Spavietto with more bombs. Still don't love it. Dio with 8 250s. I prefer that. So let's take that B phase. Let's try this Spavietto out. Let's just give it a go. And that's 50 points. All right. Let's look at this bad boy. Okay. I mean, I like what I don't see any weaknesses in this deck. Maybe the AA tab, if you can really like argue that that's not great. You don't have AT plane. That's not wonderful, but you do have an Elephant. So it's like, there's never going to be a tank you can't kill. So the lack of AT plane is annoying, but not backbreaking. The artillery is really good. No MLRS, no rockets, which is unfortunate, but still very good across the board here. Your AA is limited, but solid for what it is, so that's not too bad. Your AT tab is really great. I mean, this is just phenomenal. There's like nothing else I'd even want in here except for the cannon to be an A phase, but you don't even really need it. Like you got the Pack 38s and those are great. So great AT. Support tab, absolutely phenomenal with tons of 2K options, 20-point heavy machine guns. I mean, ugh. Tank tab, I mean, for an infantry division, this is a great tank tab. Like a truly just solid across the board tank tab. Your infantry tab seems super fun. I can't wait to try this thing out. You got Berettas falling out your butt. And then a phenomenal recon tab with tons of good support, autocannon things, and infantry that shred as well. Actually, I don't really, now looking at this, with this here, I don't really need this. Although they have a grenade and these guys don't. This is probably a little overkill. Let's just go Aufklär and A. Let's just have recon and A. That's probably more helpful. I don't think I need even more. I mean, you can. I'm not saying you can't, but it's probably unnecessary. This will probably actually be more helpful in the long game. So yeah, there we go. 715th Infanterie. Cannot wait to try this thing. I am not saving the best for last. I'm having my cake and eating it too immediately. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Check out the game coming out later today. Me playing this division. Thanks a bunch and have a fantastic day.